Okay guys, so you can see I colored the grass and I colored the barn and the sun and the sky. I did kind of a texture of just straight, flat, vertical lines, very minimal texture, just kind of like Modigliani would do if he was going to be painting. Layered some oranges or red oranges and some reds and some grays and some browns and some red. Lots of layers, 2 or 3 layers. If you want to go back even and, add some more layers, you could add some yellow to your grass. So see, I'm just kind of going up in that up and down motion. You could add a little blue to your grass even if you wanted to. I'll leave that up to you. Okay, so for the cow, typically a Holstein cow, which is a dairy cow, is going to have those black spots that we see. There's those dark brown spots with a lot of white negative space. And a Holstein cow is a dairy cow. Typically our cattle cows do not have a lot of white negative space. They have really large brown areas, although some do have a little more white. It depends on the breed, and sometimes it just depends on what we've talked about before with our plants. Just kind of depends on genetics and the DNA of the cow and what it was supposed to look like. Having its unique patterns, just like you guys all look different and special in your own unique way. So I'm just doing a few spots, and they're a little bit larger. I'm using kind of this medium brown. Again, don't worry too much about coloring perfect right now because we're not finished, but do try and focus on those lines. I think that with crayons, making good marks and lines in the beginning, that's kind of what elevates a crayon drawing from being something more kindergarten, as I like to say, into something more 4th grade, 5th grade. So I'm just kind of making different marks and coloring him in. He is a boy. Cattle cow is a boy cow. A lot of times people will just call them a beef cow. Okay, so that's kind of like layer 1 of brown. I'm gonna get my darker brown, come back and do some darker brown to add some more value. Again, changing it up just a little bit. Maybe do some over here. Doesn't have to be the same all over. Obviously, cows are not polka dot wrapping paper. They're not going to be the exact same, have the exact same spots everywhere on their body colored perfectly the exact same. I think that's what's nice about nature and animals, is that they have little mistakes. Okay, and I feel pretty good about that. Now I'm going to take my darker blue, come back around, highlight some more of that. Now I'm getting into that darker value. Okay, and I'm going to take an even darker blue, just more like a true blue, and come back and just kind of blend that just a little bit. Kind of give him some shape to his fat neck. His ear, put a little darker blue in there. Feel free to pause too. I feel like one of the things I enjoyed about teaching and being in the classroom with you guys was being able to go slow and stop and answer questions and kind of review how to do things. And I really miss that because You guys always have such wonderful questions, and just such good boys and girls. Miss you guys very much. Okay. Do a little blue around his nose. And no golden paintbrush parties, right? I know some of you guys are sad about that. Everyone's golden paintbrush winners now. And I know you guys are all stuck at home, and that's hard. Okay, I think we're ready for black now. Come in around the eyes. Kind of those deep dark black eyes, like Modigliani does on his faces. Look, it's even hard for me to say Modigliani sometimes. Try and say that 3 times fast and see how difficult that is. Okay, now I'm coloring in the nose. And then we're going to do kind of the shape of his mouth, kind of tighten that up a little bit. And I'm going to keep outlining and keep outlining. And notice that when I get to these edges that I'm trying to do a little bit of shading to try and give him some more depth. And however much of that you want to do, you can or can't. I also don't so much, am not concerned about depth as I'm concerned about getting those color choices right for Modigliani and his kind of, what I called before, his muted colors, his blues and browns. So I'm going to keep doing this all the way around, and I'm going to do this background where the barn is, dark line here, did a couple of lines here to kind of balance it, and then not much behind him because that's a lot going on with him. And remember, Modigliani is very simple. And then this is a gate, the hinges to the gate, and then the sun. And I will show you guys what it looks like when I'm finished.